So you want to know about the pros and cons of living in Vancouver? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you about the 5 things that I love about Vancouver and the 5 things that I do not like about Vancouver. So stay tuned. As I said, this video is about the 5 things that I love about Vancouver and the 5 things that I don't like about Vancouver. And I'm also going to include 5 things that kind of fall right in the middle for me. So let's jump into it. The first thing I love about Vancouver are the endless amount of activities that you can do in this city. Now, Vancouver is known for its active and outdoorsy lifestyle for good reason. The downtown core of Vancouver is incredibly walkable. You know, for a big city, we're actually a small city geographically, so it's very easy to walk from one end of the city to the other. It also has a ton of bike lanes and bike paths for you to enjoy, not to mention the world-famous Stanley Park and its seawall. You know, this is one of the few cities in the world where you can go skiing in the morning, jump into your kayak or onto your mountain bike mid-afternoon, and still get in a round of golf later that same day. Everything in this city is so close and accessible. It's why we love to spend so much time outdoors. Now, we're also incredibly close to places like world-famous Whistler, known for its skiing on both Blackcomb and Whistler Mountains, not to mention all of the activities that you can do there year-round. We're also very close to Kelowna, which is known for its world-famous wine and the wineries available to tour there. Not to mention Vancouver Island and all of the beautiful islands in between, and we're just a stone's throw away from the Canada-US border. Now, with all those people moving around the city, wanting to take advantage of the amazing activities it has to offer, it leads me to the first con that I don't like about Vancouver, and that is the traffic. I know every major city has its traffic issues, and from what I know of the traffic in Toronto, I really don't think we have it so bad. But traffic here in Vancouver can definitely be a pain in the butt if you have to do a lot of commuting. Now, if you live here for a while, you will get to know the various shortcuts and routes that you can take to move around the city. And if your job allows you to be flexible with when you drive, there certainly are better times to be moving around the city than others. And if you are stuck in traffic, just focus on the second thing that I love about Vancouver, which is the scenery and natural beauty of this city. Vancouver is gorgeous. I mean, it's a beautiful city with stunning natural beauty to look at in nearly every direction. If you aren't busy staring at the ocean, it's the mountains or the trees or the flowers and all of the lush greenery. Now, our cityscape is gorgeous to look at as well, as is the iconic Lionsgate Bridge right there. And in the wintertime, when the North Shore Mountains are covered in snow, it's a stunning sight. Now, the flip side to all this lushness and greenery brings me to the second con for me about Vancouver, which is all the rain. Yes, it does rain a lot here in Vancouver. And in the wintertime, when we turn the clocks back, it does get dark here around 4:30 p.m. So the days tend to feel a lot shorter. So if you're one of those people who happens to be going to work early in the morning when it's dark, and you don't get home till 5 or 6 p.m. when it's dark, it can feel like a drag being in the dark all the time. Now, hopefully you have an office with a window or you're able to get outside on your lunch break. Here's a look at the rainfall in Vancouver for the past year. Now, as you can see, November, December, and January were our wettest months. But look, we live amongst rainforests, which is really freaking cool. Did you know that BC is home to almost half of North America's coastal rainforests and close to 25% of the world's temperate rainforests? Now that's amazing. The towering coastal temperate rainforests of Vancouver Island are globally rare, covering less than 1% of the Earth's surface. Now that's pretty cool. So yes, we have to put up with the rain here in Vancouver, but at least we don't have to put up with minus 40-degree winters and endless amounts of snow. So just deal with it, get out and enjoy the rain. You're not made of sugar, you're not going to melt. The third thing I love about Vancouver is its food and beverage scene. Now, I've traveled a decent amount in my lifetime, and I've eaten some amazing food around the world, but my God, are we spoiled here in Vancouver. The food in Vancouver is world class, and you can pretty much get anything and everything you want. Simply pick a culinary ethnicity, and we have some of the best in the world right here. That goes for the beer, wine, and spirit scene as well. BC is renowned for its wine. The various microclimates in BC produce some phenomenal wines. The Okanagan is only 4 hours away and is home to some amazing wineries for you to visit. Our craft brewery scene is incredible as well. And we're also home to award-winning vodkas, gin, and other spirits. Now, the flip side to all of this, and the third con for me about Vancouver, is its cost of living. It's expensive to live in this city. I recently made a terrific video about the cost of living in Vancouver, and you can watch that here. Yes, food is expensive, gas is expensive, and clothing is expensive. After all, we are a world-class city and rated as one of the most livable cities in the world. So naturally, we're going to attract people from all over the world wanting to come live here as well. That tends to make things more expensive. But that leads me to the fourth thing that I love about Vancouver, and that is its diversity. I think the people in Vancouver are awesome, and we have such a beautifully diverse culture here. Now, I know Vancouver has a rep for being unfriendly, and honestly, I don't know where that comes from. I've lived here for over 40 years, and I still meet new people on the street nearly every day who are incredibly warm and friendly. I think if you're a friendly and outgoing person, then you're going to attract the same kind of people to you. And with all of the local Facebook groups here in Vancouver, you're bound to find people and meet new people with similar interests and values as yourself. Vancouver's cultural diversity is definitely one of its strengths, in my opinion. Living here allows you to get out and meet people from all over the world, and I love that. I love meeting people from other cultures and finding out their stories, and thankfully my job as a real estate agent allows me to do that every day. As I said, this is a world-class city that attracts people from all over the world who want to live here. But one of the cons of that is that does have an effect on real estate prices here in Vancouver. Real estate is definitely expensive here in Vancouver, and some xenophobic media outlets would love for you to believe it's because of foreign ownership. Now, sure, it does have some effect on real estate prices here in the city, as it does in any city around the world, but it is not the sole or root cause of our lofty real estate prices. Now, trying to explain why real estate prices are what they are in Vancouver is a complex discussion and would take way too long for this video, so I'm not going to go there. As you do move outside of the city center to the neighboring cities and communities, home and rental prices do get a little cheaper. Emphasis on little. The fifth thing I love about Vancouver is its water and air quality. The air is fresh here, people, and the water is amazing. It comes out of the tap crisp, cold, and clean. We actually should be a no bottled water city because there really is no need for bottled water in Vancouver. And the fifth con about Vancouver would definitely have to be the price of gas. We have the highest gas prices in Canada, and for some reason, nobody can tell us why. Okay, now here are 5 things which for me fall right in the middle, meaning I could go either way on them. Number 1 is transit. I know, some people are going to complain about the transit in this city. Personally, I think it's pretty good. We have the C-Bus, the SkyTrain, all the regular bus systems, and I actually think they're very good. Now, I live in North Vancouver, and when I have to go to the airport with my family, we don't drive. We take the C-Bus with our carry-on luggage, and then we hop on the Millennium SkyTrain line straight out to the airport. It only takes 40 minutes for us door to door. Now, you can't drive there that fast. It's fantastic. Number 2 is that marijuana is legal here in Vancouver. Now, I know some people are ecstatic about the fact that it's legal. I don't partake personally, so it really doesn't matter to me, and I also don't think that it being legal is a bad thing. I certainly don't agree with how the government has handled the whole thing, but that's another matter. Number 3, the amount of bike lanes in the city. Now, I know some people hate the bike lanes in Vancouver, but for someone who lived on his bike for 3 years while he attended college, I personally think there is a need for them. We are simply following the lead of other world-class cities around the world, and if it's working for them, I don't see why it shouldn't work for us as well. I think every city needs to offer its citizens as many different modes of transportation as possible. Number 4 is the weather. Now, I know we talked about how much it can rain in Vancouver in certain months, but the other thing about the weather in Vancouver is that it will change if you give it 5 minutes. It can be dark and pouring rain 1 minute and brilliantly sunny the next. Now, you really have to be prepared for anything. The other thing about the weather in Vancouver is that when it is sunny here, Vancouver can't be beat. It is simply stunning. particularly in the summer months. Okay, the fifth thing that's right in the middle for me is the casual dress code here in Vancouver. Now, some people hate the ubiquitous Lululemon apparel and polar fleece, and it is also a fact that no matter what time of the year it is in Vancouver, you can always find someone wearing shorts. It's a fact. It's hilarious. Now look, I'm an active, outdoorsy guy myself, so I have a lot of active wear, but I also like to dress up frequently. And the terrific thing about Vancouver is that you can just do you. So there you have it. 5 things I love about Vancouver, 5 things I don't like about Vancouver, and also 5 things that fall right in the middle for me. As I said, I'm a local real estate agent here in Vancouver, so if you have any questions, or if you're thinking of moving to Vancouver, or your job has you relocating here, give me a call. I know Vancouver and its surrounding areas incredibly well. I've lived here for over 40 years, and I would love to help you find a home here as well. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if so, please hit that thumbs up button, give it a like. Don't forget to leave a comment down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what your pros and cons are about Vancouver. And as I said, I shoot a ton of videos about what it's like to live here in Vancouver. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell so you can be notified the moment that I have a new video out. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. And remember, this is where you live, love, own Vancouver.